Hi guys, welcome to the Rule of Two, where the Star Wars news saga continues. I'm Terrence.
I'm Manny.
And we got some breaking news. Well, maybe not breaking, but we do have some news today that actually came out. Ron Howard had been pretty quiet since he had been announced as a director of Star Wars. A Star Wars story, I guess, right? Is that what they're calling it? Because they're no longer calling it an anthology with the Han Solo movie. But today he decided to come out and say, we have a title.
Yes, we do. Now, Ron Howard took over for Phil Lord and Chris Miller a few months ago. Pretty much, basically redid the whole damn movie.
Basically, like, yeah, we're gonna Happy Days this.
We're gonna cocoon it anyway. So he pretty much redid the movie and now has finally wrapped, done, getting ready for next year. Released the title, and it is called Solo: A Star Wars Story.
Solo, a red cup.
Solo, you can't see what he's doing.
Well, I mean, I would have preferred it to have been called Han Solo. I'd have preferred it to have been called
The Kessel Run.
The Kessel Run. I would have preferred it to have been called How the Hell Did He Take It, the Millennium Falcon away from Lando? I would have preferred any of those other titles than just plain Solo. I don't hate the title. I just wish they'd come up with something a little bit more interesting, something to give me a little bit more information about what was going on in the movie.
Parsec.
Explain Parsec. Parsec, a Star Wars explanation.
I thought, Solo's okay. I think it's all right. That's his last name. Okay, fine. So
Han and Chewie.
Han does it again. Han meets Chewie.
Something. I'm not upset at the title. I don't hate it. It's
basic. It's very basic.
Yeah, it's like there's nothing special about it. It's not The Last Jedi. It's not The Force Awakens. It's not
even Rogue One.
It's not Rogue One. They're better Star Wars names.
How about Smuggler's Run?
Ooh,
something like that.
That would have been good.
That'd have been good too. There were so many opportunities, but you know what? Because it's a new Han Solo. Now, see, I think that's what it is right there too.
Right.
Han Solo? It's a brand new Han Solo. It's a new guy is playing Han Solo.
Right.
Okay, and it takes place when he's 24 years old.
Right.
Han Solo was 34 in A New Hope. So you got 10 years to play with. 10 years of using what's his name? Enrenrek?
Yeah.
He was
still drinking his milk, and he got taller in those couple of years.
Exactly. So I think that's probably why, because again, the character is bigger than the actor.
Right.
So it's a smart move. It's a smart marketing move, I guess. But it feels flat only because it's Han Solo.
That's all. Okay,
but it's not Harrison Ford, so you gotta take it. You can see Kessel Run if it's Harrison Ford.
Right.
Solo if it's somebody else.
Okay, I can see that.
You understand that?
No, I can totally see that. Okay, but with that being said, now that we have a title, and the title is basically saying that this film completely revolves around Han Solo, what do you think we're going to see in this film?
I think we're going to see some interaction.
We're going to see the Kessel Run.
We're going to see the game that he plays to beat Lando to get the Millennium Falcon.
We're going to see that.
We're going to see an incredible porn stash by Donald Glover.
I almost forgot Donald Glover is Lando.
We're going to see. We're going to see Jabba.
Yes.
We will see Jabba. We'll see Greedo.
Okay.
We'll see Boba Fett.
We're going to see all the characters that they've kind of seeded within the Star Wars universe.
With him.
That tie to him. We're going to see them take a major part of this film.
And knowing,
which is funny that they call this film Solo, but yet we're going to have all these other characters.
He ain't Solo.
He's not Solo.
We're going to see Chewie.
We're going to see Chewie, we're going to see Lando, we're going to see Greedo, we're going to see Jabba, we're going to see Boba Fett, we're going to see
Mario Van Peebles, who played Solo in his own movie. Everybody's in it.
That's what everybody's in the movie, but it's called Solo. So, do you think a movie that's based solely around Han Solo himself is one, because we were talking about all the characters they're going to put into it, is really going to focus on developing him as a character, giving more of the backstory to him, or is it really just going to be touching on beats from what we already know existing in the Star Wars universe lore?
I think it's going to be a little bit of both. Truthfully, I think it's gonna be a little bit of both because you can't. You have to build the excitement, and nothing builds excitement like nostalgia. So I think from a nostalgic standpoint, that's where it's gonna take pieces of that.
Okay.
You know, I mean, that's why Rogue One was such a hit because of Vader.
Okay.
You know, even though they didn't capitalize on Vader and had him be the main antagonist, that was Krennic. You know, and all that. So. The nostalgia part of it was what just drove everybody, and there ain't one person out there that I have ever talked to that's seen Rogue One that don't say the Vader scene is the best scene in the entire movie.
Should have been episode 3.
Exactly, but in the whole movie. So, and that's because it's nostalgic, and they stay true to the character. Right. Same thing's gonna happen with Solo, I think. I hope the thing that kind of scares me is that Harrison Ford as Han Solo can hang with all of those characters.
Right.
A new person playing Han Solo, I don't think he can hang with all those people. Not even Donald Glover.
Okay.
I'm being honest because Boba Fett is bigger than Aaron
Right.
He's bigger than Glover. He's bigger than The only one that can help offset that is Chewbacca. I think. I think Chewbacca will help a little bit.
Okay.
But that's going to be a tough act to follow. Now, my question to you is, obviously they're not going to talk about it, but wouldn't it be awesome?
Okay.
Is if Harrison Ford comes out in this movie.
How?
Well, remember,
was he gonna see like a dummy, like
there have been 30
in the in the vest? And it was like, man, that's a cool looking vest. I need to give me one of those.
From Jedi to Force Awakens, he was alive for all those years.
But he's playing the same character. How can he run into Harrison Ford?
No. I'm talking about from a flashback standpoint, like where he's thinking back.
But then it's gonna make the audience recognize the fact that they don't look the same.
Well, they're not that far off. I mean,
they're that far. Dude, he's like 3 inches taller than him. He's like
get the kid from Age of Adeline, damn it!
He's like 3 inches taller than him, and he's like 3 shades darker. He's 3 shades darker. Harrison's 3 inches taller. They don't look alike at all.
Disney, de-aging, and Ron Howard. That's all you need.
Unless they're doing Looper type stuff where they're gonna put prosthetics on his nose and put him in some Tom Cruise lifts type deal. It's like that's the only way I'm gonna believe that he looks like Harrison Ford.
You know, Harrison Ford and Ron Howard. You know, they go back to American Graffiti days. I have who's to say that they don't? Who's to say that they don't? Do me a favor. Okay, cool. I'm in.
If Harrison Ford appears in this film, he'll be dressed as an alien, and we will never know it's Harrison Ford until it comes out and like when the movie gets released on video where it says like, oh, Harrison Ford was this particular character.
No, I got it. Harrison Ford will come out at the end and he'll get force choke, and he'll force choke people, and he'll and it'll be his scene.
No, there'll be another Carbonite scene, and they'll use the face from Harrison Ford in that Carbonite scene. They'll do that. Anyway.
Okay, fine. So you don't think Harrison Ford will be in this movie?
Harrison Ford will not be in this film.
Okay.
All right. So, last thoughts about what we think about the title of Solo. Red Solo Cup.
I think it's going to be a pretty interesting movie. The thing that kind of worries me about it is the Phil Lord and Chris Miller version of Han Solo was a comedy, slapstick, and a lot of what they compared it to Ace Ventura.
I don't want to see that.
So now you got Ron Howard that's come in and basically redone the entire movie in 4 months, more or less.
Right.
And he's an accomplished
He's basically
director.
working with the same script. I can't see him changing it that much outside of taking some of the jokes out. But the script is in essence going to be the same.
Possibly doing scenes differently.
Yeah, we do scenes differently.
Especially because he knows Harrison Ford. He knows his mannerisms. He knows a lot of that. So the shift in tone, that's the thing that gets me. It's kind of like has me question right now is the tone of the movie.
Right.
Is it going to be Suicide Squad, where it's going to be dark, then like dark, and so forth, or is he going to do it justice and took out the right parts to make it one continuous?
Look, he's already shooting.
Story.
He needs more time.
Well, he's done. He wrapped it. It's wrapped. It's done.
Okay, so it's done. Okay, so
now
we're 4 months into it. Yeah,
we're in post-production now, more or less, to get it ready. It's supposed to come out May 25th.
I don't want them to push it back to that far. I hope they make an adjustment.
Now see, that's the thing too, is that when it came to Miller and Lord, when they had the agreement with Disney, the set date was May 25th with them.
Right.
Who's to say that
it doesn't get moved to
it
December?
Gets back to December with Ron Howard, which from the looks of it, and I guess the falling out between those two directors in Disney, Ron Howard's going to get the credit. Those two together ain't bigger than Ron Howard.
Right. No.
So Ron Howard will get the director accolades, and I'm pretty sure they'll get some kind of credit. But overall, it's going to say directed by Ron Howard.
Right. Exactly.
So do you think that Disney it's a smart move? I think it's a smart move if Disney goes ahead and just does it,
just
and
put it in
December.
In December, like they said that they were doing to begin with. It was like, hey, I don't know why they're trying to squeeze things in the summer months anyways. Like, just put it in December. Let Star Wars own Christmas or the winter season.
I agree with
and just make tons of money. I was like, I don't know why people don't think that you can make money during that time. You can. This is especially if you're a big movie and it's something that we all want to see. Summer doesn't guarantee you money. It just guarantees you that people will be able to go out and see films because they will be home.
Not anymore, and that's a subject for another day.
Yeah.
But I think that the putting an anthology film in between saga films is the way to go, because Star
Wars every year.
Star Wars it stays relevant, and if the anticipation for the saga film is actually more, you'll get your fix with the anthology, and then boom. The only anthology film that I think that will just be the next one that will just completely blow the saga films out is if they do Vader. If they do Vader,
he doesn't need his own film.
Oh yes, he does.
Yeah, we had that. It was called Episode 3.
No, if he does,
we had that. It was called The End of Rogue One.
No,
we had that. It was called A New Hope.
No,
we had it. It was called Return of the Jedi.
No,
we had it. It was called Empire Strikes Back.
Really? Did you really see the Vader at the end of Rogue One? Did you see that Vader in those three?
No, but then
because you had 10 years of all the crap, and I'm talking about the pain that he feels inside of that suit. The pain that already. No, we do not. The pain that you feel when
they already stressed it in the comics, though.
The loss of exactly. Have you ever seen it on big screen? No. So if you made it to where you see the pain that he still feels for freaking for Padme's loss, for the freaking pain, physical pain that he feels inside that damn suit, and all of the shit that he actually does in the Clone Wars, not the Clone Wars, but I guess it's in the Clone Wars, or after the Clone Wars. But a lot of the stuff that he does to see him battle and actually go into like Battlefront, when you're in Battlefront in the movie, in the show Battlefront, and he's there, I mean the game, right? When you see that Vader, that's why I say that all of those emotions and all of that part of his story has not been told yet.
There was like,
and by the way, that was Anakin in 3, not Vader.
There's rumors that they're trying to get scenes of Vader in this film.
Hey, that'd be great.
Especially, more like they're probably going to talk about when he was boarded by the Imperial troopers, where he had to drop his shipment and take off and run, where why he owes Jabba.
Right.
So they're trying to work him into this. I think that they're doing too much work. Look, Vader's story's already been told. I don't need to keep being told.
Vader's story has not been told.
It has been told.
No, it has not been told.
It has been told. It's just not the story you wanted to hear, but it's been told.
He's done more than what you saw in the original trilogy.
Yes, but you can't make every movie about Vader. He's
never had his own movie.
One person solo.
He's never had his own movie. Are you saying that Darth Vader is actually better off as a side character, more or less, than a focal point?
He has been the focal point of 2 trilogies. 2 trilogies, he's been the focal point. We got to see who he was before Vader. We got to see the rise as Vader.
The rise and fall. You're right. Okay, fine.
We know enough. We know more about Vader than we know about anybody in this whole damn universe. That's all we know is Vader.
Okay, anyway. Okay, what about Thrawn?
We could do Thrawn, but what does Thrawn have to do with Solo?
I'm just saying anthology stories. That's what I'm saying, because we're talking about putting
what's the next anthology? We're gonna get Yoda, trust me.
All right,
we're gonna get Yoda. We're gonna get Yoda. That's what's gonna happen. They're gonna put Boba Fett in this film, and because we're not getting a Boba Fett solo film, so it's we're getting a Boba Fett solo film. He's just gonna be in the solo film.
We're gonna have it's just gonna be Fett. Or Fett, a Star Wars story.
He's gonna be in this solo film, but
but he won't have a solo.
But he won't have a solo film. So that's the solo film you're gonna get from Boba Fett. So make sure you guys put your comments below about how you guys feel about this new title that they've unveiled by Ron Howard, and if you think it's a good title, or if you think they should have came up with something else. Smuggler's Run is what I agree with. I think that was a great title. Telling me what you guys think.
And also let us know what should be the next anthology. Whose story do you want to see?
Not Vader.
Vader. Terrence, take us home.
All right, so hey, look, we're back a week later to do more Star Wars news. Who would have ever thought that? But as you know, we're the #1 Star Wars show on YouTube. So make sure
Backwards.
you guys,
If you count backwards.
Make sure you guys put your comments below. Like I said, tell me what titles you think will be great for Star Wars, or if you like any of the titles that we came up with. But also make sure you guys like the video and subscribe to the channel so that way you know about any more Star Wars news that we come up with each week.
And this is why we're dead last. This is why we're dead last in Star Wars shows. Stupendous Wave, you're #1. For Aspen and Art, wherever the hell you're at, I'm Manny.
I'm Terrence.
And may the force be with you. And that was me and Art. You didn't do it.
We didn't.
We filmed it. We didn't air it. I think it was on the SD card that he ate.
That's right. Good.
Oh,
it didn't need to be aired. It didn't need to be aired. I want people to think I actually like that movie.
All right. Dark of the Moon. Forget it. All right.
No.
Hit it.